Story time. Welcome back, guys. I thought it would be appropriate to talk about how I've lost 100 pounds in 6 months. And the secret is I had surgery. Yes, it was a big decision. It's something I have contemplated for many years. In fact, I actually started the process over 15 years ago. I thought it was big then. But when I worked at the hospital, right as I was getting approved, insurance changed and I got denied, and I just spiraled downhill and just lost hope and track of it. So the surgery that I was considering was the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass surgery. I didn't want to have the sleeve because I heard that 40%, the statistic is 40% of patients end up gaining their weight back and stretching out their stomach. And I knew that I would probably be one of those people. So I was not interested in getting a surgery that had terrible results in the long term. So I went to a doctor that was recommended to me over in Orlando, which is about 2 hours from here, but I don't mind traveling for a good doctor. So I went over there for a consultation, and he talked about the sleeve, he talked about the gastric bypass, and then he introduced me to a new procedure, which is only about 10 years old. And it caught my attention. There's several names for it, but it goes by SIPS or SADIES or duodenal switch. Duodenal switch is what I call it. It's the easiest for me to understand. So I'm gonna continue to call it that. So the duodenal switch was kind of the best of both worlds between the sleeve and the gastric bypass. The duodenal switch does, it does the sleeve part of the stomach, so it does limit how much you can eat, but it makes it in that banana shape. And then it reroutes the intestines like the bypass does, but it keeps the pyloric valve intact, so it's a little different as far as like where the rerouting happens in the duodenum, so that we don't have something called the dumping syndrome, which is a lot of patients end up having with the bypass. So because we leave that pyloric valve in place, we don't have that side effect. He said something, and I hope I'm quoting him correctly, something like 4% chance of gaining weight back, because number one, you have the sleeve, so your intake can't be that much, and number two, you have the malabsorption of your intestines being rerouted. So you have like a double whammy there. So you could potentially stretch out your stomach again, but the reroute of the intestines will help with the malabsorption. You won't absorb as many fat and that kind of stuff. So I was like, ding ding ding, okay, I will take door number 3. And I was so excited, and I booked it. I did a self-pay because my insurance doesn't cover it because it's a newer procedure. So being only 10 years old, insurance companies don't like to, I mean, I think some insurance companies might, mine didn't cover it. So I paid out of pocket. What I did was I just got a medical loan. And what's good about where I went is he does it in a surgery center. So the surgery center does not keep you overnight, so you don't have hospital bill, like a hospital stay. So the cost of my procedure was around $14,000, and I did not stay overnight. I just stayed for the day and then was dismissed around dinner time. And I think what I'm going to do is do a whole video on my surgery experience, but I kind of just wanted to go into how I lost the weight with the surgery and everything, and how I went about doing it. If you want to hear my surgery story, like how I went through it, leave a comment down below. But yeah, I guess I'll just put this as part 1. thank you guys. I hope we can keep the comment thread pretty positive. I know that there are a lot of negative views on people who choose to have weight loss surgery, but in my case, the doctor told me that my metabolism was pretty much done. I wasn't moving. Didn't matter what I put in my mouth, I wasn't burning it. I know a lot of people don't believe in that, but I was not consuming the amount of calories that it would have taken to keep the weight I had on me. And it was clear. Like, even my family and friends would say, you don't eat a lot. And I said, no, I don't. I just end up keeping everything that I eat. Every calorie that I eat, I store it. I was not burning anything. And so for me, this jump started my entire system, my hormone system, my metabolism, and everything included. And it was the best decision of my life. So anyways, if you want to hear about my surgery story, the actual surgery itself, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.